Hey guys, it's Ashton, and today I wanted to talk to you about something that people don't necessarily talk about when they start tea, and that is weight gain. Everyone knows that weight gain can be a side effect of starting tea, but I've never really saw anybody talk about gaining weight like post 1 year on tea. So today I wanted to kind of dive into that, about how I literally lost like 3 stone, which is about 42 pounds in 18 months. Putting on weight when you start tea is a completely normal thing. Men eat more than women, and that is like a scientific fact. You are going to eat more, and especially if you are on tea, you will know what I mean when you will just need food. You just want to shovel all the food down you. But because taking tea is like a second puberty, you are essentially a teenage boy. And I didn't really notice putting on a lot of weight during my first year of tea. I feel like the first year was when my body was adjusting, but you know when those teenage boys just like eat everything they can see and they don't gain a pound. I think that was like me, because I would eat pizza every weekend and then I'd order Domino's in a week and I'd just eat absolute rubbish, and I didn't really gain much weight. Also, when you take tea, you carry weight differently, so I didn't really see me gaining weight in certain places, so that was cool. Only did I start really gaining weight was after the 1 year mark. I think before I started tea I was about 13 stone, something along those lines, and I didn't really look like I was 13 stone, and everybody would always be shocked when I would say that, because I carried a lot of weight on my lower half and like my hips. I've always struggled with my weight since I was a teenager, from when I was about 13, and I think a lot of this has stemmed from me being trans. I would go on these little health kicks when I was younger, and none of them worked, and I'd be like, right, if I can get to this weight then I'll look good in girls' clothes, and yeah, that just wasn't the issue, pal. That wasn't the issue. The heaviest I got on tea was 14 stone, and that is something I'm completely ashamed of. In summer of 2016, I went to Trans Pride with a few of my friends. We had a picture with Finn, and I remember looking at this picture and I hated everything about it. I looked so big and I just felt awful about it. So here's the picture. So I looked very big compared to everyone else. And this picture is what made me realise how much weight I'd actually put on, and I was just ignoring it. So I started uni after this summer, and I fell into the worst wave of depression I think I've ever had. I would never regularly weigh, and I got on the scales and it said 12.5 stone, and I was like, what is this madness? How have I lost 1.5 stone by doing nothing? The depression obviously helped. At least it was good for something, eh? But I wasn't really eating a lot because I was sad. But this was, I feel like, the pinnacle for me for triggering my weight loss. So I had top surgery. It was the same weight. I lost like 2 pounds from my chest. That was easy. After top surgery, everybody I think who's had top surgery has experienced this. They look in the mirror and they're like, whoa, I've let myself go a bit, because when I would look at my upper half, I'd be more focused on, am I flat, not as if, what is my stomach doing, if you get me. In October 2017, I was like, you know what? I want to look good. I want to feel good about myself. I just spent this money to have this surgery that I'm so happy I've had, but now I feel like I want to look after myself. So I start using an app called MyFitnessPal. This is a calorie counting app, but it is amazing. You put in like your starting weight, your goal weight, and then like how much activity you do, your height, all of that kind of stuff. And then it calculates how many calories you should be eating in a day. Well, this is said app. You scan in your meals for the day, and you can also save meals, which is amazing, because if I'm a fussy eater and sometimes I really don't know what to eat, so I can look at there and I can be like, oh, I know what to eat now. When I weighed 14 stone, I would think to myself, you know what, if I could just get back to 13 stone, I'll be happy. But there's me now, like 12.5 stone, and I'm like, you know what, I want to get down to 11 stone, and as it, I would be chuffed to bits. once Christmas finished, this was when my weight loss proper started going, and I would do little diet changes. So I'd like drink Coke Zero instead of full sugar, and then I'd switch to lighter cheese. I completely lay off the cheese. But using this app really allowed me to see what I was eating and realise that if I had certain things, I could eat more. Like, I still eat pizza, I still eat chocolate, and it's just all in moderation, and I actually finally understand what that means now, rather than just sitting there and eating like a full tub of ice cream. I'd be losing 1 or 2 pounds a week, or sometimes I lose 3, and then I started losing it. I got into the 11 stone bracket, and then like 3 weeks ago I hit my goal of 11 stone, and I was so chuffed that I had hit that goal. I can't even remember being this weight. I think I was this weight when I was in like school, when I was in like year 8 or year 9, so I was 13. I don't really want to lose anymore, but I kind of, like, I'm happy with how I look, how my body looks now, but I think another half a stone I'd be happy with, but I don't want to lose anymore because I know I'll keep wanting to lose more. Top surgery allowed me to lose this weight, and this was all purely just to a lifestyle change. I wasn't dieting. This is how I'm going to be for like a long time. I didn't want to have a fad diet that I fail every time that I've always done. This was the way forward for me, and because I'm a fuss eater, I do not eat vegetables or fruit. So I've done this by just making changes to my regular diet. No fruit or vegetables involved. And I go swimming once a week, and I haven't stepped foot in a gym once. I feel like the last half a stone I lost all came off my waist. It was ridiculous. I lost 2 waist sizes, and I've now fit into small t-shirts. I knew surgery was going to change my life, but I didn't expect it to allow me to lose weight like I've wanted to do for like 7 years. If you have put on weight from taking tea, then that's completely fine. It's normal. It happens. But you can lose it. Don't be afraid that you're going to be like this for like ever. It'd be really interesting to know if a lot of other people have faced like putting on a lot of weight after a year as well. So let me know in the comments about that. So thanks for listening to my weight loss ramble. And I will see you next time. Peace.